Morning, Abotai, Shavua Tov. Very interesting, hot button topic, especially during the summer months when people are looking for a little bit more of a helpful alternative, is the bracha on wraps and tortillas. Now it comes up in many different shapes and forms that people make it. It says follows. First of all, if we're talking about a wrap that is sweet, you can taste, fruit juice or sugar or intense amounts of oil in it, there's no question that those are mizonot and ana mechia. That's clear. Now, the only issue is that most of the wraps or tortillas on the market are not like that. Most of them, even if they use fruit juice or oil, you can't really tell as much. It's not really detectable in the flavor, and therefore over there is where the issue arises. There's a Gemara in Masechet Berachot Daf Lamed Chet Amud Bet. It's brought also by the Tosfot and the Sugya in Pesachim Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Bet. The Gemara brings down with regards to tarita, which is, the Shulchan Aruch explains what tarita is you take a soft batter, you take a batter of whatever it is, it's liquidy, and you pour it onto a stove or any other baking apparatus. It spreads out and it bakes. For instance, pancakes, blintzes, things of that nature. The Gemara says those kinds of items are exempt from hafrashat challah. Now the rule is, anything that is exempt from taking off challah, the bracha is also borem nimzonot and not hamotzi. And therefore the halacha over here would be, these items would be borem nimzonot and ana mechia, regardless of how much you eat. So people might think, hey, this thing is also thin, the wrap is thin. However, there's a fundamental difference between these, the wraps, and the pancakes and tarita that the Gemara is talking about. Over here, I did a little research, as does the Yalkut Yosef writes that he spoke to professionals about this. I don't know if you ever saw how a wrap or tortilla is made. It's made from regular, thick dough. They take a thick bread dough, and then they have a press. They take it and they mamash condense it until it's super thin. They put it on some sort of warmer for a few seconds on each side, and then it turns into a wrap. La halacha ul ma'aseh, da'at Maran HaShulchan Aruch, as well as the Rama, the Yalkut Yosef Paskins la halacha, if there's no particular sweetness, it's made out of a thick dough. We don't find that there's a difference between breads, because if that's the case, then we're going to have to start saying, then maybe thicker pitas are hamotzi, but lafas should be mezonot. No, there's no such thing. If it's bread, it's made for a seudah, and it's made from a thick dough, the halacha is that it's hamotzi and birkat hamazon. That's the halacha regardless of how, when, where you eat it. It's like any other bread. Now, if you're talking about, that's if it's made out of flour of the 5 grains. If it's made out of, there's many tortillas that are made out of corn, almond, lentil, all these other kind of flours, the halacha is that those are shehakol and borei nefashot. Only grains of, only flour of the 5 grains. If it's a rice tortilla, or rice wrap, whatever it is, those are going to be mezonot and nefashot, because rice is not one of the 5 grains, yet it still requires the mezonot and nefashot blessing. So that's just to clarify, in any situation, whether it's in the form of a brava or whatever it is, all these things use wraps. You have to first taste it to see if it's not sweet, if it's wheat or any of the other 5 grains, and it's not sweet. Netilat yadayim, hamotzi, birkat hamazon. Have a wonderful day.